All right. Hello and welcome to another episode of frustratingly fun. I don't know. What should I call this? Coding game, coding a bot. It's a lot of fun and it's also frustrating. Yesterday's been kind of a bummer. I'm trying to fix my performance problem. I've got a Monte Carlo tree search algorithm and doing this in JavaScript, and it's slow. So I need to get more power out of it, more performance. And my idea yesterday was that I could implement object pooling. One of my big problems was that the garbage collector would just fire willy-nilly in the middle of my turn, and it would make the bot time out. So I figured, object pooling to the rescue. Well, I spent most of yesterday pretty much implementing object pooling on like all the objects that get instantiated a lot. And it does fix the garbage collector problem, right? Because we're holding on to all those references. But there is a cost to the whole mechanic of the pools, and turns out it's pretty heavy. Maybe my implementation wasn't that great, or it's just JavaScript, whatever. In the end, I kind of traded off, by doing that, I traded off uh, some speed for consistency, right? The problem was before, if I made my bot run for those full 15 milliseconds that we have every turn, most of the time it would be fine, but then once in a while the garbage collector would decide to kick in at the very end, like when I was nearing 47, 48 milliseconds, then the garbage collector would kick in, and sometimes it would take like close to 10 milliseconds. So that would put me over the limit, and the bot would time out. I would lose the game. But most of the time, like, I don't know, 7 out of 10, it would be fine. Now, what I did is I implemented object pooling, and all of the time it's fine, but the object pooling mechanism and all that takes like about 10 to 15 milliseconds more per turn. So, which means that in terms of computation, yeah, I'm not timing out, but it's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for more speed, not less. So we're scrapping the object pooling, and now what I'm thinking is I need to go with bitmaps, bit sets, whatever, representing data as primitive numbers instead of using objects and instantiating them all over the place and releasing them, and hopefully that will speed things up. I started on that a little bit yesterday, and one of the biggest culprit, I would say, in terms of how many objects I ended up instantiating every turn is my ingredients class, which is just a neat little way to wrap any representation of the game in the game of those 4-tier ingredients, right? So you get that with spells, you get that with your inventory, you get that with your client orders. So they all have those 4-tier ingredients data for that, right? Either as a delta or as an inventory or whatever. So I had made that class, you know, I'm influenced by object-oriented programming. I like to wrap my data with my functionality, and it's pretty useful. But on any given turn, I could end up instantiating like 30 to 50,000 uh, instance of that class. Um, and then most of it would get released right at the end of the turn, and that's why the garbage collector just goes crazy. Um, so yeah, made a little test suite here for those changes I'm making. I decided to represent it as 4 6-bit two's complement wrapped into one JavaScript number. And that was fun. I had to brush up a little bit on my bit math, I guess. Two's complement, I wasn't super familiar with that. I'm getting pretty good at it now. It's a pretty neat little concept. So I end up having to do some math. I don't know if my implementations are the most efficient, but they're not bad. They're not bad. And I think there's only this one function here that I have left to implement. So that's what we're going to do. Value of returns the game value of the inventory. So when ingredients is used to represent our inventory, so I basically added tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3 together, and that would give you your additional score at the end of the game for your inventory value. So now I had an array before storing those values. That's no longer the case. I've got a value property. That's just my fancy number. And okay, so this shouldn't be too hard because I am already doing most of that work right here. I can probably just do, all right, I'm not in Vim anymore. So let's do that. And I guess the only one we don't need to add is this one. The rest we do. So this was a little complicated. I had to kind of figure out how to do that. I was trying to add the 4 6-bit 2's complement numbers that I have wrapped inside my number. So basically, this one plus this one plus this one plus this one. And I'd found a way to just, I basically just shift that stuff over there, add them together. The problem I wasn't taking into account is the overflow, the carryover for when you get into, for instance, the maximum representation of those 6-bit 2's complement is 32. Actually, it's 31 or minus 32. That's the range, right? So what happens when you add minus 32 and minus 32 together? Well, there's an overflow, right? You end up with like an extra bit. You end up with yeah. And then what happens since we're doing like 4 of them? What if this is minus 32 plus minus 32 plus minus 32 plus minus 32? Now you're at minus 28, so that's another extra bit. So you actually need 8 bits to add those 4 together potentially. That's the maximum you would need. So the problem that I was having is, of course, I know I'm using 6 bits or 8 bits 2's complement, but this is just a JavaScript number. When I would add them up together, right? Before I didn't have this function here. I would just do this, shift it, then add it to this, then shift it, then add it to this, then shift it. The thing is, I ended up with those extra bits. And that's still like, even though I know I'm representing this as 6 or 8 bits 2's complement, as far as JavaScript's concerned, it's a 64-bit float, right? So it would just show me a positive number, right? Because if you have a 64-bit float and you have 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, whatever, like 8 bits, and the most significant one being 1, well, that's not a negative number. That's 128. But in my case, or wait, 100, whatever. But in my case, it's not. It's supposed to represent minus 128. So what do I need to do? I basically need to pad, when it's a negative number, I need to pad ones all the way to the left. And so that's what this does. Converts 6-bit to 64 bits. That allows me to do math on it using the math operators. All right, so let's keep going. Now I need to just test that, make sure I've got this right. There's no reason to think that it won't work. Let's just use the, actually, did I copy the right one? I am looking for sum. Yes, that's what I did. Good. So sum, where's my sum test? There it is. Okay. So let's just copy that over. Bottom. So I was using Vim these past few days, and I'm kind of, I don't know if I should keep going with it. It's really fun and fast to edit stuff like locally, and by locally I mean, if I'm dealing with things in the same vicinity on the same line, it's super quick. You don't have to reach for your mouse. But I find it, and it's probably just because I'm not used to it and I don't know all of the shortcuts yet, but it gets annoying when you need to really travel a lot vertically in the file. Like I read stuff and I hear stuff like, okay, let's turn it on just for fun. Vim, where are you? There you are. Okay. It's a lot of fun to use. Just not having to reach for your mouse is great. And it does make you faster in line for sure, even with the little practice that I have. Now, the problem is, okay, let's say I want to okay, let's do another thing just before so preferences, we're just going to turn on a relative line numbering. Line numbers, relative, there we go. Okay. There, okay. So let's say I want to get to, I'm on this line here, and I want to get to this line, right? So what I just did is one way to do it, super slow, right? One line at a time, cool. Now I've got a shortcut where I can jump 5 lines at a time, so that's better. But then when you get near, you overshoot, and so it's not perfect. Now the real pros will use, apparently, a shortcut. Like you can use, let's say you can type in the line numbers. I want to get to line 13 relatively, right? So I type 1 and then 3, which you don't see anywhere. You just have to trust that you didn't make a typo or that you hit the right keys. And then you hit the shortcut for jumping up um, a line. But since you kind of passed in a parameter to that function, 13, it'll repeat that 13 times. So it'll jump up 13 times, essentially get me to that line. Huh, boom. Right, it's great. But like if like me, you're not yet a super typist, right? Like you do a lot of mistakes with the keyboard, and especially the number row is not the one you're most familiar with. So that becomes kind of an annoying thing. One, half the time I don't type in the right thing. I hit the wrong keys. So I I don't know. Like, do I want to keep going with this and really practice? And in the meantime, obviously my productivity is kind of taking a hit because of that. But inline, it's fun. But also, it's also like I said, when you're close, it's great. But let's say I want to go edit expected over there, or let's make it the return that's here. So what can I do? Well, there's a shortcut to like jump to the end of each word. So I can get there like that, but I have a bunch of small words, so it takes forever. Let's get back here. Or there is F. You hit F, which will search for the next time it hits the particular search string. So F, and let's say, okay, R. Oh, there's a hard R there. So I can hit another key to go to the next one. So that's not too bad, right? But it did take me like, I need to figure out, okay, what's the letter? What's the shortcut? Okay, so F and the letter, and still it doesn't take me there. There is search, so that's like /, and then I could literally RET, and for this you do see it at the bottom of the screen on your. I'm pointing like an idiot, like you guys can see. You don't, yeah, you can't really see the screen's kind of, but anyways, you actually see it on the bar at the bottom. So I could hit return and then it finds it. So that's not bad, but I mean I have to type the word. So yeah, so let's keep going with them for now, since I've got it on at the moment. So so see, all right, let's see this. There you go. I want to change that word, CIW, and then so that's the stuff I'm talking about. That's great, right? Because normally, if I was just using mouse and keyboard, um, and I'd get, okay, this is what I want to change, double click on that or something like that. But or if I did get there with the keys, for instance, so let's say the cursor was there and I'm like, oh, I'm right next to it, might not reach for the keys, for the mouse, might just go left arrow, left arrow, left arrow. But once I'm there, what do I do? Well, you can do this and then delete and then, so, that's where Vim is great, when you know what you're doing, which, this is what's okay there. Yeah, just one shortcut and then boom, it deletes the word and gets you ready to type in whatever else you want in there. And we want value of. That's what we're testing. So I guess let's do this and change this here to value of. And the rest, I believe, can stay the same. Only thing is I need to change the total because we're not taking the tier 0. It's not worth anything for us. So here this would be 4, so like that. This would be, now in terms of the game this doesn't make sense, right? Your inventory can't be negative, but I'm just testing the function here, so make sure it works with negative numbers as well. What are we doing? Okay, so 1 minus 1, that equals out, so -3 is the result here. And this would come to -16, 17, so that's 1, 32, that's 32, yeah, 32. Oopsie daisy, get back here. 32, and the turn screen. Great. Okay. So, I do believe that we are done with this first refactor. My idea is to eventually get rid of the ingredients class altogether. The ingredients class lives inside, well, many places, but amongst others, my player object, right? The player object has an inventory. Right now it's of type ingredients. Well, eventually I want it to be of type number. And that's what I'm kind of going towards. But this is the first step. I didn't want to refactor the entire thing. There's already a lot of changes I need to make. So, okay, all my functions are good. Now, my problem is that, okay, the ingredients pool. We want to get rid of the pooling. Do we at this point? Yes, we do. I just don't like, okay, I'll commit and call this, although it's broken because there's errors all over the place. I just don't want to have to I don't want to miss or lose what I did. So refactor ingredients to use a bit set or bitmap or whatever, bit set. I don't know if that's the right word. That's what I'm going to call it. Factor to use a bit set. Yeah, whatever. All right, let's just get rid of the ingredients pool altogether. And so that's going to be, oh, I'm using the mouse, see? Right, DD, just deleted that whole line. Didn't need to reach for anything. DD, wait, did I? Yeah, okay. This I'm going to keep there. So now, great. I need to change all of that to actually new up ingredients again. So for that, I'm not sure, there's probably a way to do it with Vim, but I'm just gonna look through the entire project for ingredients pool that create, and we're gonna replace that with new ingredients. What is my strategy? My strategy at the moment, I'm just using a Monte Carlo tree search algorithm. So really, there is no strategy. I don't have to worry about strategy. It's supposed to figure out whatever's going to get me the best result. I'm not there yet. But I'm working towards it. The problem is that I'm doing this in JavaScript, Monte Carlo tree search. It's power hog. Like there's a lot of nodes that are being opened and states that in simulations, and so I need more CPU cycles. So I'm optimizing my code to see if it'll make a difference. I also need to tweak my Monte Carlo tree search algorithm. It's like vanilla. There's no heuristics right now, no optimization. I'm not even using a lookup table. So basically, I'm not saving any of the work that I'm doing on a particular turn. I'm just starting from scratch every turn. So I know there's a lot of things I can do, and I'm working towards that. But my problem is that it's just too damn slow right now. So I'm kind of refactoring from a heavily object-oriented kind of style to using bits to represent the state, or at least parts of the state. And I'm hoping that's going to help. Okay, so we're going to try that. We're going to change it in main. Yes, well, essentially everywhere, because I'm not using the pool at all anymore. So let's just use this. That's a neat little useful thing. I just need to worry about the imports now. So yes, please. Oh, right. I also need to change the way, oh, that's gonna hurt. Oh, yeah. Okay, so, oh, that's not so bad. All right, there's a shortcut in Vim for that. You can do, there is a shortcut to remove the surroundings. Where are you, buddy? My little Vim buddy. There it is. So I'm looking for surrounding. Maybe I should just use the search function. Control F. There you go. Okay. Delete surroundings. DS. Right. Okay. And then it's a matter of surrounding of what, so like inner word, or which is a concept in. So let's try it here. If I do delete surrounding inner word, that didn't do anything. So let's try that again. Delete surrounding just word. Hey, no. Delete surrounding. What is it? A? No. Ugh. Surround word under the cursor with quotes. No. Delete. Oh, I have to, okay. I have to specify the surrounding I want to delete. That's how it works. Okay. So if I'm here, I do, and boom, actually removes both. Now, let's try something else that you can potentially do with Vim. I'm just going to undo this. So if I do a search for, let's say the next open bracket, I'll find it. Then I can select it and say, oh no, that's not going to work because that's visual editing. All right, so let's just, because you can use macros and stuff like that too. I'm nowhere near knowing about all that stuff. Let's try to keep it relatively simple. Delete surrounding, open bracket, and that's done. Let's do the same thing here. Oh, there you go. So I can just hit period and it'll repeat what I did. So that's not so bad. Okay, we might live through this. See, this is what I'm talking about when I'm saying Vim can be pretty powerful and fast. I don't know that I would be doing this just as quick with the mouse, and I'm not even being super, like it's not the best Vim way to do it. I was just like going one line at a time to the next one. And okay, so that's taken care of. And I think this is the only other place where I need to worry about the changes, really. Wow, cool. I doubt that. Yeah, just the ID just didn't pick it up. For some reason, sometimes I think it only highlights in red the files that are open if there's an error in them. That's probably it. So let's just go down all of them one at a time. Okay, so this here. So technically yep, that still works. Cool. Wait, this shouldn't be working now. Oh yeah, and it isn't. Because, oh, right. Okay, I'm gonna have to think of a different way to do this. I'm essentially copying, right? I am copying ingredients here. That was one way to do it. We're just gonna make a copy on ingredients for now. That'll be easier. Let's just make a, that's another thing I need to get used to, is, changing between files with just a keyboard. You can do it with Vim. It's just not very fast at it yet. So copy, no, so we're copying, wait. What are we copying action? So new ingredients. I can just grab this and do copy. Yeah, okay. So give me a copy of this. So this should return a new ingredients. Oops. Yes. Okay. And I guess I need to work. Well, I only. Oh, that's great. I only have the value thing, so and it's a number. So there you go. See, that should be more efficient. Right now, what I was doing, I was creating a new class, a new instance of ingredients, and passing in an array that I would spread, right? So I'd basically create another array. That's what I would do before. And it needs to iterate through it somehow, I think. So it should be a lot faster to just copy a number. And, it's trivial normally, but if it happens 35,000 times and you only have 15 milliseconds, I guess those things add up. We'll see, anyways, if it helps. So simply do return new ingredients and oh crap, right. I still need to pass those in individually. So we're not, yep, there's no way I'm doing that. That is a waste. So instead, can I change that manually? I can. My only problem is that they are not optional. So I am I'm forced to pass stuff into my constructor. So my choices are make them optional. Yeah, could do that. Could also make the constructor private and using force using like a static function. I could make two static functions and call them, like from ingredient, which would, I guess, take the place of my copy. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. That's basically what I'm implementing right now. Oops, went a little too far. Yeah, that's weird. I have a hard time understanding the undo in Vim. U is undo, which is pretty cool. And Control R is the equivalent of Control Z, right? And no, sorry, Control Y, redo, basically. But it doesn't seem, it looks like it skips steps. But anyways, what am I trying to do here? Oh yeah, that. Okay, so let's go back down here to our copy. I'm probably going to make an override to the constructor. And in TypeScript, it's kind of gross to do that, but you got to do what you got to do. Okay, so you know what? This isn't production code. Screw it. That's the easy way to get what I want. I'll just have to know about it, and I'm the only programmer that deals with this code base, so it shouldn't be a problem. You're optional, and you're also optional, and you're also optional. There you go. Oh crap, now it's saying, oh, DD could be null, it could be undefined, I don't know what to do. It's true. And if I'm not passing in any parameters, it's because I'm going to be telling you what value is. So do not fret. Let's just do, I hate to have to do that though. Oh well. Can I do, what kind of magic could I use here? To not, Okay, and this is where it gets a little harder. So if I want to take this, to go into visual mode, select this, Y for yank. Actually, I don't want to yank it. I want to cut it. So again, visual mode, those two lines. D for delete. Get here, and P for paste. I should have done Shift P. There you go. Okay. So if I don't want to have to, I guess if tier 1 and is there a better way to do this? I don't know. Tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3. Why is it complaining? Oh, because I've been doing a lot of bitwise operation. Can you tell? That's funny. Da, da, do, do. There we go. Okay. So if we've got those, go ahead and set the value. Otherwise, don't worry about it because I'm going to be doing it. Okay, now it's saying, oh, value is not definitely assigned. Yeah, don't worry about it. Anything goes. Time is of the essence. This is where I need to put it. There we go. Yeah, kind of afraid I'm running out of time now with the contest. It is Wednesday. I think it ends somewhere overnight between Sunday and Monday. I'm still in the Bronze League. I have not yet implemented the Bronze League rules because there's no sense in adding to my branching factor if I'm having a hard time with performance right now. So I'm trying to fix this first. But if I can, the rest should go pretty quickly. Yeah, famous last words. Okay, so on with our copy. See, that's what I wanted. I'm just copying, I'm just creating a new ingredients. Then I can just, oh, I don't want to return it because I need to save this to a variable ingredient. Okay. And then I need to change the value. That's what we wanted. Good. And the value of that new ingredients will be equal to this value. Great. And then I can return it. Ingredient. Like that. And there we go. All right, let's try to switch back to, where were we? Player? Action, I think we were. So there's two ways in Vim I can do that. I can, since I have that tab open, just use my shortcut, which is space TN, space TN, space TN. Right. Or I could have done, let's get back. I could have done something like this, open up this, then go action, enter, and here we are. Is it faster than you reaching for the mouse and just clicking on the tab? I don't think so. But you do get to keep your hands and your fingers on the home row, and you're ready to go after that. So it's hard to say. Okay. So this is what we're trying to change here. We were newing up the ingredients and what we want to do. So, okay, let's highlight this. So from V to the last open bracket, I want this gone. And I'm going to do delta dot copy this dot delta, of course. Oh, that's something I gotta see. That if I want to get faster, that's another thing I need to get used to doing. Instead of doing what I just did, backspace, 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 right? Like I'm deleting an entire word, you can just do control backspace. And I rarely think of doing that, so I need to get into the habit of doing it if I want to get faster. So this dot delta dot copy. There we go. Okay, so that's fixed. Now what about this? Got something that checks if is equal. Action is equal. So if one action is equal to the other action, I am looking at the ingredients value to see if it's the same. And once I'm done with that, if it isn't, I return false. And I also check to see if the price is the same. What am I using this for? Okay, so I was going to reach for the mouse and click on this here, reference, which is pretty neat because it opens up this panel, and I think this is a great thing. In Vim, though, you can just, let's see, I just need to get on it, then GD. It'll take you to it. How do I get back, though? I don't know. I know for sure there's a shortcut to get you back, um, but I don't know it. All right, so we're looking update deck. Oh, right. I'm looking to see. Yes, 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 yes. That's kind of important. And it's only used for, at the moment, it's only used for the client orders. Okay. All right, so let's get back to where we were. Cheating a little bit. Okay, so there's probably a much faster way to do this now, right? Thanks to the fact that we have numbers now. Our whole thing is stored as a number. So whereas I needed to loop through the entire thing and check and compare both, I can just do I can just what? Vim. how do I okay, there. That'll work. I can just do this delta dot value is not equal to actually I wonder if should I use an if statement? Yeah, I'm gonna have to use an if statement because otherwise so if so delta there's no music. There we go. A little bit of music. I guess I had stopped it for some reason. Okay, if this delta dot value, guys, let me know if it's too loud and you can't hear my voice, or if it's not loud enough and you'd like the music to be louder to the point where it completely drowns my voice. Delta value blah, blah, not equal, yes, not equal to the other delta value. Then if that's the case, you can return false. So this is an example of where I think using bit representation will, be more performant. Whereas before we had to loop through an array, two arrays really, at the same time, but still. Okay, so we can get rid of that. And I believe we're good. I didn't have any test covering this, so fingers crossed. And I don't feel like writing any right now. So that takes care of our action file. Let's see if anything changed in deck. Yeah, big time. I need to do the same thing I did before, which is, what was it? Delete surrounding, and then I need to tell it what it is. Then it takes care of it. Then I can just go down and bound, 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 bound. I am sure I can. Okay, let's try something. So I've got another 21 of those to do. If I'm right, and I'm starting to understand how Vim works, if I do 21 and then period, nothing happens. Crap. Oh, that would have been nice, but yeah. It did try to do something. It looks like it tried to in place, um, remove the brackets. So I wonder if I did, would that be considered the same? Control V, visual block selection, then D to delete. Yeah, but when that, oh yeah, that's for multi-cursor, right? But that'll only take care of, oh, if I use period like that, that didn't work. I gotta do D. Yeah, I only did the one side though. So in that case, it would have been faster, I think, to do it. Oh no, now I lost my. But yeah, that works. So let's get back to that. Let's see. I'm doing Control R. It's not working. It's annoying. Control V, like that. Let's get rid of it. Let's just go to the other side and do the same thing. So I'm glad someone else is a Vim user can give me some tips, because I'm brand new at it. Been trying it for not quite 1 week yet. A lot to like about it, but since I'm not proficient with it, it can be painful. Delete. Come on. That's what happens. So let's try that again. Control V. Let's go up and delete. Okay, that's taken care of. So let's go to ingredients and let's try to use the keyboard. So our shortcut for that is like that. Okay. A bunch of stuff going on here. Oh, they're just like some tests that are failing somewhere, and it's showing this as red. Okay, cool. So we can move on to player test. I guess that's where the problem is. And that's next type over, so I can just do, oh crap, I did previous. Oh, there you go. Problems. What is our problem here? What are we testing here? Player get valid spells. Well, that's a problem. I'm not getting the right spells. Why am I not getting the right spells? Probably because I screwed something up with my changes. Let's see, how are we doing this here? We've got an array of invalid spells. They're invalid because this one is not castable, because this one requires ingredients I don't have in my inventory on line 10. And the same with this one. Okay. And these are valid because they're all castable. True. That's the last parameter. And because I have enough ingredients of whatever this requires. Okay, cool. So now we create my player, pass in an array that is made up of both the invalid spells and valid spells. Okay, and this is what's going on. Okay, so I'm calling the get valid spells, which should return only the constituents of this array. And then I'm testing to see if that's the case. And evidently it isn't. Can't really see what the problem is. Okay. I always find those pretty hard to read. Show side-by-side diff. Oh yeah, that's going to help. Let's do that. Oh, okay. Let's see if we can see the whole thing. All right, so I'm expecting to have, I guess this is expected and this is actual. So my delta here is empty. Interesting. And why would that be the case? I do pass in. So something's going on inside get valid spells. Let's debug that thing. Set a breakpoint. F5. Okay. Let's get in there. Well, first, let's just see that what we created is looking for this. Delta ingredients. What price 0 typecast. Wait. Something is not right. Delta is a type ingredients, but it doesn't look like it has any value. And that doesn't make sense. Now see, this one has a value. Why wouldn't this one have any value? There might be something wrong with my... Although I've got tests on those. Let's take a look at... yeah. The very first one. Castable false. Yeah, that's the one. The very first one. Oh. No, it still doesn't make sense to me. Let's break into that and see what's going on. Start over. Is my font big enough? Can you guys see well enough the code on the screen? Never had any feedback about that one way or the other, but I'm wondering if it's readable. Coffee's getting cold. Sorry, guys. Okay, let's get in there. Actually, we're looking for this here. So if I do this, I didn't want to get inside all of that, but So be it. Crap. I skipped over it like an idiot. Can I be more precise? Shift F9. Yeah, let's try that. Doesn't look like it worked. Let's just be more careful. I'm inside action. Oh, wow. It skipped to... That's weird. Okay, so... Buddy. Listen up. This is where I want to break. Okay. Don't make me do this again. And... It just skipped over it again. All right. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to put a breakpoint here. And where the heck were we? Action? No, in the tests, right? Yeah. Let's start that over. Hey, Tempux911. Thanks for the follow. All right, and now let's just continue, and that should hit. There we go. So tier 0, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. Wait, 10, 0, 7. Oh, crap. Yeah, it's hitting like other tests. Didn't think about that. Continue, please. Okay, so now we're going to put our breakpoint. And ingredients right here. And now it should work. Or not. What the heck? Okay. I'm annoyed. I am annoyed. Why it's not working, I don't know. Got a bunch of breakpoints here. Let's remove all of them. I think it's somehow confused. Let's stop all of this. Let's put the breakpoint right here instead. Love fighting with my tools like this. So much fun. All right, now ingredients, constructor, set a breakpoint here. Let's get back here. Let's do continue. Oh, you what? Okay, so obviously there's either there's a problem or it's actually not hitting that part of the code. Which would explain why. Oh. Let's go take a look at this here. Object delta equals delta. Delta is an ingredients. There's no reason why this wouldn't work. But I think it's somehow related. And since we're planning to remove all object pooling anyways, you know what? Let's just go ahead and do that. for the action pool as well. Let's get back in Vim mode. So let's do it like this. Yikes. Not what I wanted to do. So, oh, that's annoying. Okay. So I've got a short, so I'm Shift V to go into visual line. I was planning to do J to go down, but I've got a shortcut where if I do Shift J, it'll skip a bunch of lines, but apparently that's also mapped to something else when you're in visual line, so whatever, let's just do this the slow way. Don't need that anymore. Just delete all that stuff. Great. That's gonna break a bunch of stuff all over the place. Gonna have to do the same thing I did with our ingredients pool, which is to go and change all the occurrences of action pool create. Instead do new action and replace that throughout the code base. Okay, now again, it's just a matter of fixing the errors that might cause everywhere, such as here. Okay. Wait a minute. How did that affect my ingredients test? Huh. I do not want to become famous, thank you. Thanks for asking. Clear the test, that might be related to that. New action, okay, I can get rid of this. We don't need this anymore. And what's the problem with this here? It's just not imported, so let's do that. Okay. Still didn't fix our ingredients problem here. And our tests are sometimes working. Some of them are. Okay, so obviously I screwed something up with the constructor when I did this. Why, though? Why is that a problem? I'm always passing in. Okay, so obviously, oh, JavaScript. All right, I'll give you guys like 15 seconds to try to figure out why this is happening. Like, I don't know if you were paying attention or not, but I'm evidently having a problem with my constructor. Some tests, it's like I'm newing up new ingredients and there's nothing in there. The value property isn't set, right? So obviously there's something wrong here. Can you figure it out? Write it in channel if you figured it out. I'm alive. That's right, you got it. Yes. Most languages would not let you do that, right? Because there's the whole concept of falsy and truthy in JavaScript, where it's basically if doing this is checking if it's null or undefined, but also 0 is a falsy value. So I have to be specific and say if tier 0 does not equal undefined. I don't plan to put any nulls in there, so let's just was trying to save some time and characters and ended up biting us in the butt. Like that, and whoops, I would have to write undefined, wouldn't I? And what else here? It's not equal. And I guess that is why, I should have picked that up. Oh no, no, I couldn't have. Okay. All right, and look at that, boom, green. The board is green. The board is green. We're good here. You can close that. We're all green here. Awesome. All right, so this is good. Yep. This is all good. Yep. This we need to change. Okay. What were we doing? Oh, I can just use my copy here that we've implemented earlier. So I can just delete this entire line. Actually, no, it would have been better to do what? What's the selector for line in Vim? I forget it. Let's try to search for a line. Current line. Command line mode ranges. Height and offset line of ranges. Current line. Plus 2D. Nope. I don't think that's what we're looking for. G? Nope. I'm at the top here. Okay. No, I'm not. Not yet. Copying a line. Insert new line. I'm just looking for basically like change. C is change, and then you can use, what did they call it, an operator or something. So I wonder if there's one that I can use for the whole line. Just get me the whole line, right? So C something, and then I'm changing the entire line. Go to the end of the file. Delete a line, change a line, CC. All right, cool. Wait, that's cool, but I'm wondering if, all right, whatever. That's what we'll use. Gotta remember that. So I guess it doesn't matter where you are on the line, it's just to CC when I did DD. Cool. Let's try that again. CC, there we go. That's what I wanted. So now we can just do this dot, we're expecting, what is it, the inventory? Yeah, inventory.copy, and we're in business. Just need the, there we go. Okay, so that's taken care of. Pool. I will keep the interface here just in case. Just in case we want to revisit this. Okay, so there's a lot going on here. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of. I wish there was a way to delete a word. There's probably delete IW. There you go. Of course. Huh. Interesting. But yeah, I don't need this at all. Good. Don't need this. Don't need that. Now I need to fix. What's the problem here? Oh, the brackets. Yes. So let's do. What was it? Delete surrounding this. Cool. I can just do period to repeat and period to repeat. Period, period, period. Cool. Keep going. Period, period, period. Just keep going. Period, period. Why aren't they aligned? Period. Period. And. Period. 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 Is that the last of them? No. Like that, like that. Boom, boom. Let's try the shortcuts. Yep. Like that, like that. We're getting close to the end. Yes, okay, so that takes care of that. Now, what's the problem here? Cannot find name. Okay, that's just an import thing. Okay. Did we just fix the entire file? Not quite. Here. What am I? Oh, okay. So inventory. I'm checking to see. Well, yeah, that's not going to work anymore. But I can. Okay, I can create an ingredients class here instead to wrap this. I wanna get rid of this, yeah. And add this. Oops. Oh, come on. Butterfinger. Okay, and then I can do, let's just compare this and that. That won't work though. So let's compare this. Now let's compare this and that. Yay. Okay. What about this here? Why? Okay, same deal. I'm comparing it to inventory here, so let's make this into a new ingredients. That. Get rid of that. Get rid of this. Oops. Back at the end. Q. And now this will be value. And also value. We're all green. Okay. It's coming along. State. Do we have any problems here? We can get rid of this. Oh, not the entire line. Just the word. And this here. Okay. We need to fix this, which we can do delete surrounding like that. Keep going down the file. I think the rest is good. Yeah. And this here. It's just the same thing again. What am I doing? I'm logging. So obviously that doesn't exist anymore. Oh, that's a pain. Right, I'm storing it as a binary thing. If I want to log in a way that's meaningful for me, the reader, just the one JavaScript number is not going to be representative of what I want. So, what are my choices? My choices are to not care about this for now. And if I end up missing that particular piece of information, I'll come back and implement it later. So I can just do this. Yes. Okay. And I think we're error free for the rest of this file. We are. We do have an object pool here, and we had said that we're getting rid of that. So let's keep going and put the axe in that thing. What's it complaining about? Oh, right, I've got to... Am I using the node pool anywhere else? No, that's the only file I should be using it in. So this will just be a... Sorry, let's try to select this entire thing. So V going forward to E, next one. And then I can just do change, new, not ingredients, node, yes. And yeah, this is gone too. So same deal. V forward, change to new node, yes, new node. Yeah, so those were the only two places to create the root node and to create children nodes. We're good here. Let's take a look at main. Oh, we got some red. Right, things we don't need anymore. So let's get rid of that. And we don't need this comma either. Oh, I just noticed that my bracket colorizer has stopped working. I think it's the Vim extension that's probably conflicting with it somehow. Don't know. Let's get rid of this entire line. So we don't need this anymore. Do I want to keep this for? Yeah, no. I'm just gonna get rid of it. So that. Keep going. We're creating. Oh, that's probably just an import thing. Let's find out. Yes. Oh, and also this. Delete surrounding brackets. Thank you. Same thing here. Thank you. Oh, same thing here. And okay, what's this here? What is going on? We're creating a new ingredient and we're passing in my inventory. My inventory happens to be an array, I'm guessing. Where did I put this thing? Way up at the top. Right. Even have a type for it. It's interesting. So I guess what I could do is just use the spread operator. There we go. Spread those out into the arguments. Now I don't need, I got rid of the pool thing. So that can all go. Cleaning up, cleaning up. And now I think we can truly say that we are error-free. And let's, I want to say build and see what happens. Build, please. Something weird's going on with the terminal. Oh. All right, so the compiler's not happy about... Ah, crap, you're gonna... Nah, come on. Why do you even... Okay, so I've got my visualizer here, which is basically like a little browser-based version of the game that I built. And for some reason, there's no dependency on... Oh yeah, it's just that the TypeScript settings are saying, look at everything that's TypeScript and... Ugh. Can I change that? Let's try to change that. Oh, but at the same time, I kind of need it when I compile. I would need two tsconfig. Ugh, I don't want to start playing with that. Let's. There's a bunch of them too. Oh dear. Well, you know what? I'm gonna have to fix it anyways at some point, so I might as well do it now. Well, so. What am I doing here? Client order. Props action delta. I'm getting the. Oh no, that's gonna be. Oh no. Getting the components because I was using that in the UI. Yeah, forget that, man. Not playing with that right now. Especially since I might not even reuse it for the rest of the competition. So I'm gonna say for now, let's just can I set it in the Webpack config entry? That's what's weird about. Okay, so I guess it's kind of resolve extensions, TS.js, output file, blah, blah, blah. If I try to just say stick to the engine folder, or not engine, but source. Oh, there's a place for, oh, I guess I have to add it. So, what is it? Include, specify a list of globe patterns that are match files to be included in compilation. If no files or include property is present in the TSCon, the compiler defaults to including all files in the containing directory and subdirectories except those specified by exclude. Let's do that. Let's exclude our visualizer. So that would mean I'm looking for visualizer. And how does it work again? I think / this, this, or no, this, and then keep forgetting about the damn thing. Yeah, something like that, I think. Let's see. Ah, look at that. Yay. All right, now let's see what happens. That should have updated my bot automatically if I still have my thing. what's it called? The use external editor on. Yeah, so let's see. Yep, we're doing new ingredients. All right, so let's see what happens. It's always a good sign when it takes a little while for the whole bar to go, across the screen because it didn't like time out on the first turn. Okay, so it looks like it's working. Oh, wow. And I think it did help. I don't remember seeing that kind of so before I think the number of simulations we would get in the first turn, which is I've got set up for 850 milliseconds right now. We're more around the 3,000 to 350, 3,500 simulations. We're hitting close to 5,000 here. My deepest node was usually more like 15. I've got 18 here, so that looks promising. No timeout is always good, although I've got it set up for 35 milliseconds right now because of the garbage collector problem. And then, well, the rest, I mean, it's not, am I winning? Did I win? I won! Woo! All right, so let's see if we could, what am I ranked now? 1,400, roughly. Let's go half that, get whoever's ranked 700. And if we can beat him, let's do a, 10 rounds and see how many we can win and make sure it doesn't crash or anything like that. And if we're doing good, I might just push that and see what happens. Okay, here we go. Shawnee from France. It is on. Now, mind you, I'm still not taking into account the learning and the bonuses. I'm basically playing the game like I'm still in Tier 1 Wood League. Okay, so no crashes. It's good. I lost, but that's, well, he's also not taking into account learning. But, I mean, so 4,200 here. 18 in, how many am I getting during, that looks pretty similar to what I was getting before. A little bit more during the turns, okay. Let's try another one. So 0 out of 1. If I can get like, let's say 7 wins out of 10, I'll push the code. So not looking good. It's close, but I lost again. Let's take a look at the, around 5,000 simulations here. Cool, cool, cool. So 0 out of 2. And I think I end up winning this one. Yeah, so we're just shy of the 5,000 simulation mark on the very first turn. That's cool. And I won. Okay, so 1 win, 2 losses. Let's keep going. Not the fastest way to test your bot, but whatever. And this time around I've got only 4,000 simulations. And I end up losing that one too. 65 to 54. So obviously still need improvement. I'm looking to have way many, like, I need more simulations than that for sure. Which means I need more performance out of my algorithm. Did I win this one? Did I win? I did. No crashes so far, no timeouts. That is good. So one thing I could try doing is increasing the number of milliseconds I'm allowing the algorithm to go for, to run for. That should improve it somewhat. But you know what? Before we get into that, let's keep going with some refactoring and see what we can do. Okay, so let's just commit here and say that we removed object pooling, and that was the main thing, really. The commit before that, I had implemented the ingredients as bit. Okay, so now the next thing I can try doing is getting rid of the ingredients class altogether. That was the next step, because ideally what I want to work towards is for my state class, which is here. Okay, so for my, what the heck do I have up here? Okay, good. For my state class to be just a number, or a set of numbers. If 64 bits, oh no, it's true, I can't use 64 bits. It's JavaScript, I gotta use 32 bits. Yeah, so almost certainly I would need more than one number, but yeah, it'd be cool if the state class, instead of having, like, you know, it's got player classes and actions and deck, and so those are all objects. Many of them have to be copied whenever I'm making simulations, and so if instead it was just a bunch of numbers, that would be great. It'd probably be more performant. It's a lot more confusing too, though, to deal with. Definitely not like user friendly, and which makes me think that I should probably document some of that stuff. I've got all that in my head right now, but yeah, let's do that. So value here. Actually, let's just do, yeah, let's do that. I think I can do, yeah, cool. Oh, look at that, even puts all that crap on it. What did I do? See, this is what I have a hard time understanding. I'm just trying to do U, which I thought was like the equivalent of Control Z. Apparently not. So let's try that again. Like that. Like this. Now I just want to delete this line. Please. Thank you. There we go. Value. Represented as a, no, how am I going to say? How am I going to explain this? I know. Let's just keep it simple and say 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I can just do this. Tier 0, no, tier 4, tier 3. Got it that way, yeah. Tier 3, tier 2. It's hard to line up. Whatever, tier 2, tier 1, tier 0. Let's see if we could maybe, okay, that's not bad. Get like that, yeah, okay. Maybe just one less here and then add one here. Okay. And also, probably a good idea to say 6-bit 6-bit signed integers with the first well, yeah, I guess, yeah, integers using 2's complement. 2's complement, yeah. And why? Okay. Most significant bit. Most significant. Yeah. Most significant bit is a flag for the thing. 1 means negative. All right. For the rest, there is YouTube. Let's just add a space. Okay. That should be sufficient if ever I'm not touching that part of the code for a while and to get back to it. But actually now it's true. I was talking about trying to actually get rid of that class. So what would that look like? Where is that used? All over the place, really. So if I do get rid of the class and just start using the number itself, for instance, let's look at player. Player has an inventory, which I'm representing by that class ingredients. So now, all right, let's try this. Oh, everything's gonna break so bad. I'm kind of thinking maybe I should write some tests. Well, I've got a lot of stuff under test. That's not so bad. Get valid spells is one of the most important ones. Yeah, let's just go ahead and because I gotta manage my time. Not a lot of time left, and I still have a lot of stuff I want to do. It would be a bummer if I finished this competition in the Bronze League. Just because I ran out of time. So, all right, now you're a number. Let's see what breaks. So I can't do this anymore, but the good news is we can do even simpler than that. I can just, what was it again? CC. No? Wasn't it CC? Yeah, I think it was, except I'm doing SS. There we go. Oh man. Simple as that. Because it's not copied by reference, because it's a number. See? Boom. Copied by value. Problem. No problem. So that's taken care of. Now, this inventory that add, get valid spells, add spell.delta, and then subtract here. So what am I doing here? I'm applying the spell's delta. So, okay, basically saying if I cast the spell, here's the effect on the inventory. Here's the inventory you're going to end up with. I don't really need to mutate this anymore. I was doing that because it was an object. Creating a new object was a pain, and well, not a pain, but it was, you know, slowing things down because it happens like millions of times in a single turn. But really, I could probably have add just return a new number instead of mutating this, which forces me to kind of revert the change afterwards. That has far-reaching implications, though, I think. But you know what? Let's go for it. Getting rid of that. And we are getting rid of this. Well, I'm getting rid of the class anyway. That's my point. So I guess don't really have to worry too much about that. So essentially then, I would need like a free function or something, or a static class that would have those. So let's say I could call this add 6-bit. That is a low level kind of abstraction. I don't like it. So let's call it add ingredients. And you're going to pass in this dot inventory and spell dot delta like that. And the result will be our new inventory, which will be a number, which, you know, yeah, bunch of changes I'm gonna have to do here. Add ingredients doesn't exist, I know. Thank you very much. Inventory is what? I can do, what's the shortcut for that? GH. Ugh. See, I wish I could scroll with something else than, no, I can't. That's not very, so there's a shortcut in Vim, GH, which basically pops up the same way if you were to like hover, right? But now I need to scroll to see what I'm looking for. How do I do that with the keyboard? I don't know. So GH and then what, right? Like not very useful unless there is a. So if I do arrow down, no, it changes my cursor. If I do J, same thing, doesn't. No. So it's, you know, it's not super useful. Let's okay, let's modify this here. Take that, actually, Vim style. So like this, yang, do I want to delete it? Do I want to delete it? Well, I am planning to get rid of the whole thing. Let's leave it in for now. Just yank this, go to the bottom of the screen, paste it. So that's going to be just a free function for now. Function add. Actually, I need to export this, right? Export. So I can use it in other files, and I said we would call this add ingredients. Now this is going to be a number. You're going to return a number. See, that's the kind of editing where I find Vim really shines, when it's all like close locally. You don't have to skip a lot of lines, or can just do like quickly get from one place to the other. Oh, actually, what am I saying? I need both of those as arguments now. So I guess just A and B. Let's keep this simple. And I want to get rid of all of that till the end, like this, delete, okay. Now, I need to, this value, other value, so basically just change that to A and B. So I can do Control CV, get down, like that. Yeah, so basically it's the number. And replace that with A. Ah, nope. Failed. Let's just do this. Let's try that again. So Control CV. Oh, maybe I need to do it that way. Yeah. I think so. And now I can do Shift I. No. Shift I just puts new. So what is it? Just C. Let's try it again. CV. Go down. Oops. And then if I just do replace, maybe? No. Change? C? Yeah, okay, good. I didn't think that would work for some reason. Cool. Cool. Getting there. This, I don't need, I can just return here, can I? Yeah, I can. So let's select this and how do I get back? Oops. Let's try that again. Oh, this is painful. Okay, so I'm here. I want to select all the way up to the beginning, so that would be 0. Yes. And I want to change that to return. I guess W would have worked too. We can get rid of that and this. And technically we're in business now. Ideally, I would test this. I already have a set of tests. So let's just modify that since we're getting rid of let's find add. There it is. Okay. Oops. What do I do? Gotta hit enter. Yeah, okay. So when ingredients values are, oh yeah, that's going to be a pain. Okay, so I need a few things here that I would need to change. So we'll come back to that. Don't know if that's a smart idea, but we'll come back to it. So add ingredients, we can import now. Cool. Doop, doop, doop. I can get rid of this. Delete word. Thank you. Rid of that. And. So, okay. Inventory is fine because we told that it was a number, so we're good. Now spell.delta, it's still saying that it's an ingredient, right? Probably, yes. So I would need to change action as well. Let's say, all right, you know what? You are no longer an ingredient, you're a number. I'm just breaking everything. Good thing I have source control. So number. We'll get back here later to fix everything. Let's focus on this one first. Okay, presumably this is fine. Now, I need to change all of those. Wow. Yeah, okay. So you know what? Let's do that. Let's rewrite our tests, change all of those tests to test free functions that we'll keep in this file. I'll treat it as a module. And we'll go from there. So the first one, constructor. Yes. So basically, the constructor right now takes 4 parameters and converts that into that one number. So I need a function that will do that. So what are we going to call this? Convert to 6-bit. Convert ingredients to 6-bit. Something like that. So let's rename this all the way up to here. So convert ingredients, that's good. Convert ingredients to 6-bit. And then I can just actually just pass in those. So V all the way up to the last D. Yeah, I can just delete that from here and then get back here and paste. I hate that. Always get that wrong. There we go. Paste that here. So convert. Oh, and this will be a. We're not in C#, right? So place that to this like that. So convert ingredients to 6-bit. Those are the parameters. I don't need to say this. And then just go should convert to, and I guess the name of the function says it, so I can maybe just display the expected. It won't tell us much though, because it'll be just the number, but whatever, let's do that. Okay, so now I don't have this anymore. I do need to save. Do I need to save the No, I can just forget about that. Just inline this thing. Let's find the last E and change that to convert ingredients to, that is such a long function word name, I mean, and then just pass in A, B, C, and D, and the result that we're expecting is this. All right, so let's get back to our ingredients file and go to the top. Basically, you need to copy this function here. Yep. So let's do Shift V all the way here. Yank it. Go to the bottom. And we'll put that above here. Like that. Cool. Rename that. Let's go with import function convert ingredients to 6-bit. And then I can select all the way to the R, delete that. Now those won't be optional anymore. Yep. That, so I can forget about the if statement. Can forget about the assignment. And I can just, let's get rid of this. I can just basically return, and yeah, I think we're good. Let's go back to the test and import the function. Oops. Let me get back to this. No, this, no, this. Dope. Just do that. Oh, come on. Doesn't work. Why can't I import you? Convert ingredients to 6-bit. Did I not name it exactly that? Yank, I guess. Looks good to me. No reason why it wouldn't. Okay, now I'm just being stupid. What am I doing? Oh, there you go. I guess I had an error or something. Oh, the compiler just hadn't picked it up. And good, it's working. Perfect. So now that we're able to use that convenient, we can I think I had started writing a new test here. Did I not? No, guess not. So let's change that one then. When ingredients values are this and this and that, add should change the value to this. How do I rewrite this without rewriting the entire thing? And it's kind of nice to have the number representation instead of just like having to input binary, although we expect the output to be binary. So I'm going to be using my convert ingredients to 6-bit as a convenience for the tests anyways. So let's do, yeah, let's do that. So this will be, okay, so I can do change like that. And then I can do convert ingredients to 6-bit, pass in the ingredients like that. Cool. We've got our first one. Now change this to convert 6-bit M N. Is that what I MNOP? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, okay. We're good here. Now I can do, what do I call this thing? I called it, oh, I can inline this. Pretty sure, yeah. Add ingredients. Yes, that's exactly it. So ingredient and other. There you go. Test passes. Great. Next in line, all non-negative. All non-negative. Take a look at that. All non-negative. Pretty simple one, right? I'm Okay, so if I do this, yank it, get to the bottom, paste it, rename that thing to, actually, should I just keep it all non-negative? No, that's not a great name. Well, ingredients, all non-negative, yeah. Ingredients. Let's just, ingredients non-negative for all ingredients, yeah, okay. So all ingredients non-negative. Pass in the ingredients, which is just a number. Yeah, I could call it all non-negative and just with the name of the parameter, it's obvious what you're supposed to pass in there. So let's do that. Let's do change all the way to the S. Yes, all non-negative ingredients. So this will change for ingredients. And yeah, no, I don't need that. Simple as that. Now let's just plug it into our test. Oops. Tab and yeah. All non-negative. And oh, that sounded like something from CodinGame. What's going on here? Gold League opens today? Damn, not even in silver yet. Oh. Oh well. So folks, it looks like gold is opening. Which means I'll be moving up in the Bronze League. Just by the virtue of people being promoted to silver and silver to gold. Okay, what was I doing? Yeah, just finishing up this test here. When ingredient values are this and this and that, all non-negative should return whatever. Okay, so I gotta use my trusty function here. Change everything all the way to the end. Convert ingredients to 6-bit. Pass in the ingredients. A, B, C, D. Like that. And then I can just, yeah, inline all of that stuff. Pass in ingredient here. Gotta import it. And the test pass. Nice. What's next? When ingredients values are blah, 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 sum should return. Oh yeah, so sum is just adding all of those numbers. Okay. Let's get back here. Let's go find that sum function. Sum. There it is. This shouldn't be too complicated too. So let's select all of that. Yank it, get to the bottom, and add a line here, paste this, export function, oops, sum, it's going to take an ingredients. Yep. Everything should pretty much take ingredients, I guess. Number, some ingredients. Yes, we're good. And it returns a number, decimal number, but now all I need to do is, okay, so I need that function in the module scope here. I've got it as a private somewhere. There. So let's copy that as well. Back to the bottom. And add a line. Copy that here. I don't think I'll need to export it, so let's keep it private to the module for now. Function, and we're going to keep that name. Yes. Get rid of this. Actually, I can do that. CV. Doop, doop, doop. Down here. Delete. And I guess this dot value needs to change for ingredients. So can I do, if I do a search for this dot value, I guess that didn't work. The dot screwed it up somehow. I don't know. Huh. I do Control H. No. Vim overwrites that, so. All right, so let's do this then. V FE change to ingredients. Like that. Technically, if I go here and do this, it'll work. Yeah. Do there. There we go. Okay. Getting a little faster with all of those shortcuts. All right, so sum's ready. Let's go test it. Did I not go to the right one? I did not, because I'm an idiot. Okay, so when ingredients values are this, sum should return that. So we need to change this here all the way to that. We're going to change that to convert. Ingredients 6 bits. And now we're going to take our sum function. Nope, that didn't work. Delete, find M. There we go. Just gonna call this sum. Pass in our ingredient. Really, it's plural. There's more than one. Import sum. And we're passing. Good stuff. Okay. Just gotta check my messages here. Okay. So the next one is subtract, but I don't think we need this one anymore. I will comment it out because this was just a utility function I had in there to revert the effects of my add function, which at the time mutated the state of the class ingredients. I'm not going to be doing that anymore. So I'm pretty sure this won't be necessary, but before we just go ahead and delete it, let's just comment this out. Okay, next one. Value of, yes, 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 yes. Okay, so value of will, well, let's take a look. Value of is right here, so let's grab that and copy it, bottom of the file, P. Export function. Do I want to rename this? Oops. What am I doing? Okay. Value of ingredients. I can probably actually, it only makes sense in this in the context of the inventory, really. So I can probably just call it value of inventory. Yeah, that's cool. Let's do that. Okay. And we're going to be returning. What am I doing here? Do we need this? No. Let's get rid of this. So Control C V, select all that. Get down here, delete. Good. Now this will just become inventory, so I can do the same kind of operation like that and change to inventory. Good. And we're returning that, so let's go take a look at our tests. Change them a little bit, so I need to change, let's get here, change all the way to S, and we're gonna, what's it called again? Convert, yeah, and then I can just do, let's see, delete F, I, didn't work. If I do this, yep, okay. Get rid of this, value of ingredient. I need to import it. And it passes. And with that, friends, I do believe that we have reproduced all the functionality of our ingredients class as free function inside the ingredients module, sorry, and that we can safely go ahead and why am I scrolling like that? Okay. We can safely go ahead and, oh, we want to keep that. Yeah, let's, where am I going to put that? I'm probably just going to put it with the convert function. That would make sense, wouldn't it? So let's grab that and add it right here. Right here. Great. And now we can delete pretty much all of that class. Yep, did that. Oh, copy. No, don't need that anymore. Cool. This I've got. Add we've got. Yep. Oh, this we need to keep. There we go. Okay. We've got our bit masks here. Let's reformat this. All the tests seem to be passing still. They're green. Okay, now, of course, that will have completely trashed just about everything else. Do I want to commit? No, let's fix the stuff first. Don't need that anymore. Cool. What else do we need to change in here? This delta copy, we don't need to do that anymore. I can just straight up do, yeah, this delta is equal. Well, that's pretty easy, right? So delta other delta, and with that, action is done. Deck, I think, aside from the fact that we can get rid of this. Oh crap! Yeah, we're gonna have a lot to change here. Well, as a matter of fact, I'm guessing that we need, yeah, okay. So we're gonna need to do this. Look for all the places where we do a new ingredients. Could have done that with our tests too before, if I had thought about it. And we're gonna replace that with a convert. Ingredients, I think we called it ingredients to 6-bit. Is it bit? I don't know. Let's go take a look. Convert ingredients to 6-bit. Right. There should probably be a capital letter. Let's fix that. So convert in let's just copy paste to make sure I don't do anything stupid. All right, and just change everything everywhere. 93 across 9 files. Oh boy. Okay. Need to import it. Good. That went well. We're still good here. That's good, of course. All right. I think that's just a matter of importing. Okay. For the rest, the tests aren't passing, but that's probably just because we need to do is not defined. Where, why are you wanting it to be defined? I don't know. Oh, it's probably depending on something else, on state, which is not importing it, and that's bubbling up. If I get back to right, okay. Okay, yeah, get valid spells, which is where we were before, and when I decided to just go all in, get rid of the ingredients class altogether. So that we had taken care of, yes. So what are we doing here again? We're adding those two together to see what the new inventory is going to be. Cool. Now we've got our new inventory. We need to check that it's not all non-negative. So the new way to do this is to get rid of everything all the way to the Y. Oop, I went a little too far apparently. So get rid of everything to the Y. And all non-negative, I can import that. And then I need to pass in my new inventory. Boom. and I need to get the sum of the new inventory, so I can get, let's see, delete all the way up to the period, keep the sum, import it, and pass in the new inventory. All right, so basically it's gotta be all non-negative, and it has to be below the max inventory. If it's not, then that's false. And obviously, yeah, we did this right because, yikes, went a little too far. Okay, seems to be green. No other errors here. We good. We good here. Okay, let's import this. We still have some issues. Let's go fix state first. What's going on here? Has ingredients, get valid brews. Okay, so we're looking through the client orders. We are, okay, it's an add thing here. Has ingredients. And players, this player's inventory. So I need to flip this on its head, right? I need to, first let's get here. Then I need to do add. I'm gonna call add, port it. Port it, no, doesn't want. Oh, it's because it's called add. Add ingredients? Yes, add ingredients. And now what I'm adding is, oh, that's a pain if I gotta type all of this in. Let's do it. This dot players. Actually, I've got this. Let's refactor this a little bit. I'm using this in two places. So yeah, let's do that. Let's call this, I'm using the inventory in both places. Yeah, so let's just call it inventory right here and call this dot players. And then I can just pass in the player ID. Yes. And dot inventory. There we go. That'll be less painful. So now I can just say change inventory. So add the inventory with the order delta and make sure it's all non-negative. Oh yeah, I can't do it that way. So the result of that, so okay, so all non-negative needs to wrap all of that. Starting to look like functional programming. All non-negative. Get to the end here. Like that, oops, like that, nope, come on. And delete everything all the way up to the end, so delete like that. Okay. Only thing is I need to import this. Good, 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 good. So that's that. Now I can also delete everything up to that didn't work. Delete. Find the T, thank you. Don't need the dot either. And I can do subtract. Oh, I don't even need this. Yeah, I was just trying to revert the fact that I was mutating. This really is the only thing I need to check. Right? And since I'm... Is that really the only thing you need to check to... Apparently it is. So really I can just return this. Alright, so let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of everything all the way up to our equals mark. We can probably actually just inline all of that. Get rid of all of this. And we missing something here. What's going on? I'm missing a closing parentheses. Yep, okay. Well, that cleaned things up nicely. All non-negative, add ingredients, inventory, order the delta. Cool. We've got more errors though here, so let's take a look. All right, just a little bit of refactoring here too. So we're adding, okay, so here we're actually applying that. We're applying the change to our inventory, so we're gonna need to do something like this. So player dot inventory equals right. So we're changing that. The result of add ingredients, and I guess I need to pass in the inventory again. Ugh. This just gets really annoying. Typing this, that player, that. So let's just call this player. Have it done with players, player ID. Just for the sake of convenience. So now I can just do, let's see, yep, Control CV, select all of that on those 3 lines and change that to just player. There we go. Player add ingredients is probably just missing. Oh, I hate that I can't scroll this. So we just need to add our current inventory. So player inventory with the action delta. There we go. Cool. And this should be pretty much the same thing. So let's grab this and that. And I'll just copy that over here. Don't need this anymore. And this I can change to player. player. Yeah, and all the tests are passing. Okay. Good, good, good. So what's the matter? What's going on here? We've got something in here. The last thing we need to fix, I think. Oh, there we go. Inventory value. So now it's just inventory. You can just get rid of value. And that should just work. Yes. Nope, there's still something. What did I miss? Oh, same thing here. Do 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 do. Bum 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 bum. And this here. All green. Let's try to build. Oh, got a few compiler error. Main. I guess we didn't look at that. What about bot? Do we have any problems in bots? No, but in main we do. Let's go take a look. Okay. Is it just because it's not being imported? Looks like that could just be it. Yep. Let's try building again. All right. So that's good. Let's see if this thing runs or if it crashes. Let's make sure it did pick up our changes. Convert ingredients to 64 bits, yeah. To 6-bit, yeah. Let's do this. I'm curious to see if it'll have improved our performance. Probably not a big enough change to be able to really tell just like that, but oh crap, or maybe it is. So before we had a hard time getting over 5,000 simulations on the first turn. Now we're at 6,381, so I don't know if that's just a fluke or, but I think no, it's just wow, got my butt kicked here. So I don't know if I broke something in the logic or what am I doing? Casting, resting, casting, casting, brewing, brewing. Why am I not trying something like the game ends at 55 turns? It ends pretty quickly. I could have gone for, I don't know, who knows? Right now, I'm just worrying about performance. I will be tweaking the actual algorithm. Okay, so maybe it was a fluke. We're at 4,900 here. Wow, I'm losing super quick now. Probably something that I screwed up with these changes. The functions all work, but there's probably something not right. This is a little bit better, but still getting... Oh, it's because I'm playing against the boss right now. Okay, and he's learning and stuff, and yeah, I gotta... Let's find somebody else to go up against. Rank 700. The last guy we had was great because he too didn't have the Bronze League rules implemented yet. Let's try this one. I think on the whole, though, I did improve in performance with that change. There's another one at 5,500. Oh, just as I'm saying that, we get a 3,006. Okay, but is this guy learning? He's not learning, but he's still wiping the floor with me though. There's obviously something weird going on with my my search algorithm. I think might have broken something. I mean, I don't get stuck. This was closer. They're just making better choices. That's all. And 5020. Okay. So yeah, I think on the whole, I would say this did improve performance a little bit. And that's just like one little part of the entire code base that I switched over to using bits instead of objects. 58. So yeah, definitely. I would never get over 5,000 before in terms of simulations. That's pretty significant improvement, I would say. Oh, and the amount of simulations too during normal turns, like those are also increased. So that's great. I'm happy to see that. I mean, the bot's still not making really good decisions, but at least it's not getting stuck in anything. Or is it? I don't know. Yeah, it is. It's just as I'm saying that, the idiot's just like getting into this soft lock kind of situation there. Interesting. Gonna have to look into that. $7,000 something. Wow. Yeah, no, so I think we did improve the performance quite a bit. Just as I'm saying that, we hit a 3,000 something. Well, that's the thing. It's kind of with Node and this being JavaScript, it's kind of all over the place. But still, I think on the whole, did see some improvements to the performance. Infinite Monkey is kicking my butt. $7,648. Yeah. Yeah, it's just being stupid. Huh. It's like it's having a hard time figuring out what it should, like, what it should go for in terms of brewing. Yep. All right, guys. Gonna have to go eat lunch. This was fun. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you're having fun in the Fall Challenge 2020. We'll be streaming again tomorrow, same time, 10 o'clock in the morning, Eastern Time, North America. Meanwhile, take care.